To this afternoon sitting. Honorable members, I also want to inform you that the Toro Kingdom will be commemorating 30 years anniversary from the time of the coronation of the King, His Majesty the King Oyo Rukindi IV. Through various activities scheduled between 10th and 13th September 2025 in Fort Portal City, as the House want to recognize the immense contribution of the Kingdom in promoting education, health, tourism, sports, and ensuring preservation of the Toro Kingdom's rich cultural heritage. On behalf of Parliament of Uganda and on my own behalf, we want to congratulate the Kingdom of Toro and we wish the King an enduring and historic reign. We want also to congratulate the Minister of Tourism, who happens to come from the same region, for successfully starting the naming ceremony of the rhinos. Today we started the naming ceremony of rhinos, and as Parliament we named one rhino, and of course it comes with a cost. As Parliament we named one rhino, we paid for it, and the name we gave the rhino is Kira, the source of the Nile. So we gave the rhino, and that is your rhino. So I want to urge all of you to be friends to that rhino. Thank you. Have a nice deliberation. Yes, Ethel.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, also, we join you together with all Ugandans to wish Toro Kingdom a very happy anniversary. Right Honorable Speaker, on the matter of rhinos, and we've noted it well, ours is Chira, the source of the Nile. We wish to point it and request once again the Ministry of Tourism to take more stock of the kind of tourism we have in the country. It's quite enormous. And when you get to a country like Zimbabwe, at least I've benefited from this Parliament of Uganda, one that has taken me to see the different falls, how Zimbabwe is strengthening tourism. Each and everything is showing, and it has to show about the falls. So let's see that we also enhance, and whatever detail is, at the end of it all, Ugandans, even us Ugandans ourselves, you might find that someone is busy going for Victoria Falls, but someone has never seen the source of the Nile. So it's key that Ministry of Tourism leads this. It's not only schools that should go for tourism, tours, no. Let's strengthen tourism and enhance it. As a country, we are really the pearl of Africa. When you look at other countries, they don't have anything, but they are busy talking and selling their tourism, yet Uganda, we have a lot. We urge the Ministry of Tourism to strengthen its marketing skills as far as our beauty and the sites of the country are. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. The next item is actually going to be on tourism, on the order paper. So if you're reacting, you can react to the issues of tourism after the minister has presented his paper. Yes.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable. Just out of your communication, especially to do with Toro Kingdom, Right Honorable, on behalf of Toro, I want to thank you so much for the support you've given the Kingdom. I know the relationship between you and the Kingdom is beyond just the office, that you've grown a relationship with the family, with the Queen Mother, with the King. And we want to thank you, Right Honorable. We know you have visited
Thank you.
you have visited the palace, and I'm aware from the King himself, and also want to pass on his appreciation to you for the continued support towards Toro Kingdom. We want to thank you so much,
Thank
Right Honorable. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Sarah, then Jen.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I know as the people of Tororo, we don't have a kingdom, but we have traditional leaders, yes. Because kings are born, ours are elected. So we, on behalf of the two cultural institutions, that is the Iteso Cultural Union and the Tiengadola Cultural Institution, I want to wish the people of Toro a happy celebration. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to really congratulate all those, specifically the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, but also the various stakeholders who have ensured that this country does restore the rhinos that were actually almost extinct in the early 1980s. I know that there were actually these hotels, so it's one thing that I really want to call upon the Ministry of Tourism to interest the various stakeholders with land and hotels to actually have these friendly animals.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Jen.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of Ker Kwaro Jonam, that is from Pakwach, I want to congratulate the people of Toro as they celebrate today. Right Honorable Speaker, on the issue of rhinos, Pakwach is a neighbor to Madiokolo, where there are plans by Ministry of Tourism to transfer a number of rhinos to Ajay National Park, Reserve National Park. Right Honorable Speaker, as Minister of Tourism plans, I want to implore government that in planning there should be synergies, whereby different ministries need to work together. Right Honorable Speaker, even as the locals, if we wanted to promote domestic tourism, we are unable as people of West Nile, as people of Uganda. Why? The roads are so bad. If you went now and moved on the road from Panyimur, Pakwach, Wadelai, that then takes you to Ajay National Park. So I want to request the Minister of Tourism, together with the Minister of Works, that as they plan to take the rhinos, how will people go there in the park to look at the rhinos? Besides that, the area has no power. Nobody wants to go to such a place and you just stop at looking at the rhinos. You may decide to stay overnight. You may need to charge a phone. So really, in planning and allocation of resources and looking at what is our cash cow, I think tourism is one of next to coffee or even more than coffee now in Uganda. Therefore, we cannot understaff the Ministry of Tourism with resources together with Ministry of Works. We need perfect roads for tourism to thrive in every part of Uganda. I therefore want to plead to government that we, the people of West Nile, the people of Madiokolo and Pakwach, are eagerly waiting to see road equipment as the rhinos pass through our villages.
Thank you. It must be a multi-sectoral approach where we need a Minister of Energy, we need a Minister of Works, Minister of Tourism. But also as we do that, Honorable Minister, we allocated money for fencing. I hope that is one of the things you're going to address in your statement, fencing of the game parks. And as we said the other time, these people have started eating each other. When the animals get the children, they eat the children. When the big people get the animals in their compound, the big people also eat the animals. So we need to preserve the animals and also preserve the people. Yes, Honorable Olanya.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, on the behalf of what actually, I would like to congratulate our brothers from Toro. And Right Honourable Speaker, I would like, in a special way, to thank the government for uplifting the cultural leaders in this country. 2 months ago, the government provided cars for our cultural leaders. I would like to appreciate so much, Right Honourable Speaker, the Parliament for appropriating that money. Now our cultural leaders, at least, they are living a modest way of life. And I recall 3 years ago, about 53 houses were constructed for the cultural leaders in Acholi. And at least government managed to remove them away from the grass touch to a permanent Mabati houses. I would like to thank that so much.
Thank you.
And finally,
But remember, we also increased their pay to 60 million
exactly.
in the last appropriation that we made.
Right Honourable Speaker, that's why I am quite happy on the manner how government is uplifting and really trying to help our cultural institutions. To the Minister of Tourism, Right Honourable Speaker also stated, it seems the animals are over multiplying. And the Minister of Tourism, they are failing to control the animals' movement. As I speak now, 2 months ago, we have more than 100 elephants. They are based in my constituency, in Amoro, in Lakang sub-county. And they're destroying people's crops like nothing. Even if the O authority move, they cannot chase them away. They are ever firing bullets to chase them away, and it seems they are used to bullets. So, Right Honourable Speaker, the minister need to see another method of controlling animals' movement. If the animals are becoming too many, let us give authority to people so that they are slaughtered, just to reduce the number.
Honorable Lanya, can you withdraw that statement? That is not what conservation is about. Can you withdraw that statement?
Right Honourable Speaker, I withdraw that part, but I am trying to emphasize.
Honorable Lanya, all we need is to fence off the game parks. You get it, eh? And
Yeah.
reserves, but not eating animals. If you're used to eating animals, stop.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. But let the minister get the way of controlling the wildlife movement. Thank you.
Yes, Afidra, then Lop.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to comment on the issue of naming of the white rhinos. Madam Speaker, you're well aware that I come from Rhino Camp, and the white rhinos are called rhinoceros. I'm born from Rhino Camp, and it is over many years, during the past government, that the rhinos became extinct in my own location, that is Ajai Game Reserve. At this point, I want to credit government of Uganda for playing a crucial role in restoring these white rhinos or rhinos back. From 3 to now a number more than 50 is a very significant intervention our government has played. But the second important thing as the people of Lower Madi or Madi Okolo is that the white rhinos were known to be in Madi Okolo or from Madi Okolo. And if government and parliament, which you preside over, allocates resources to translocate these animals from Ziwa to Ajai Game Reserve. Ajai is my great-grandfather and was the chief of the area. And this is a very significant step in ensuring that there is some equity in tourism appropriation in this country, that the people of West Nile can benefit from the incomes from tourism. So I want to say thank you to Minister of Tourism and Trade and Industries. That has played the crucial role in this. As far as the people of Madi Okolo are concerned, Madam Speaker, we are more than willing to receive these animals because we've already started receiving them But
Thank you.
allow me just make this statement on behalf of them. The road passing through Ajai Game Reserve.
That has
needs-
already been said. We are going to work on the road. Okay? And the animal, the rhinos from 1980, when these poachers started eating, you know, Honorable Lanya is telling people to eat. They were 6 and they've now grown to 48. So we are happy that they are multiplying. So they are going to work on the road. Look.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And let me join you, Madam Speaker, to congratulate the Toro Kingdom on behalf of Vamasava, Karichoro Kingdom, upon the 30th coronation anniversary of King Oyo. Madam Speaker, the Vamasava Cultural Institution enjoy lots of cordial relationship with the Toro Kingdom. And whenever this function is that are locally termed Empango, and even this one of Empango 2025, the cultural leaders of Masavaland will definitely participate. I've ever benefited from such visits, courtesy of the first Umukuka Weva Masava, the late Wilson Wamimbi. However, Madam Speaker, the Vamasava soon paying you a courtesy call with a petition, putting the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development on notice for meddling in the affairs of the kingdom. As we talk, there is a serious rift, Madam Speaker, of a section, a clique of self-seekers among the Vamasava who have created their own kingdom called Inzuye Vagisu, which is parallel to Inzuya Masava. The rest you will see it, which is well articulated in that petition by your humble petitioners, Madam Speaker. Otherwise, I want to thank the Ministry of Tourism for construction of the Mbale Zoo, which is still under construction. I must salute you for the works that are progressing and they are in the advanced stages. For supporting the Imbaru Festival, though some of the money disappeared mysteriously. But you did a lot. However, Madam Speaker, I, from sources, know that the rhino is part of those species that are earmarked to be brought to that zoo. But it is an endangered species. It has to be, I would maybe make a clarion call to the ministry to have it highly protected, because in places where rhinos are, they are hunted for their meat. I don't know what is in that meat, but their meat and the skin, they are a hot cake. The horns, or both. Otherwise, thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg to submit.
I think you only like the meat, but rhino horns are also important. Yes, Elder, thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I would also like to raise my voice to thank the people of Toro for today's celebrations. I would also like to thank His Excellency, the President of Uganda, who took it upon himself to look after that young child from the age of 3 until now, when he has become of age and he's able to manage the affairs of the kingdom by himself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable members, allow me to vary the order paper and our rules of procedure 26.1, because I see the players here. we should handle the issue of the players before they go. I'm also aware they have a dinner this evening, so it's just prudent enough for us to let them go. So can we follow the order paper and first look at the motion? And protocol, can you take some people to the VIP gallery? Don't squeeze them. Yes.
Item 4 on the order paper. Motion for a resolution of Parliament to pay glowing tribute to the Uganda national football team, the Uganda Cranes, for their outstanding performance at the 2024 African Nations Championship.
Honorable members, you recall last week when the Minister for Sports was speaking about the Uganda Cranes in the House, we urged him to bring a motion in the House for the Uganda Cranes' outstanding performance during the CHAN. And bearing in mind that it is the first time that Uganda is reaching that level, and they deserve this kind of tribute from the Parliament of Uganda. Honorable members, as the Parliament of Uganda, we want to commend His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the First Lady, who is also the Minister of Education and Sports, for their consistent commitment in promoting sports as a component of our development plan. The President specifically pledged 1.2 billion shillings per win for the boys. And that message was delivered to the boys, and it's going to be fulfilled. I also want to thank you, the Parliament of Uganda, for always appropriating sufficient money to sports. Allow me also to appreciate the Federation of Uganda Football Association of Uganda for their stewardship of the game. Because if they were not there, led by Honorable Magogo Moses, MP of Buyende, Budiope East, yes, and Salongo. Because without them, you would not have the team. So, Engineer, thank you so much. And no, thank our family. And I also want to thank, in a special note, all Ugandans. Honorable Minister Gwang, you did a very great job. We want to thank you. And we want to thank Ugandans for encouraging and morale boosting our boys. The boys out there, we are very proud of you. I can see Okello smiling. We are very proud of you. And as Parliament, we will continue supporting sports. And you are very good patriots. And pursuant to Rule 58 of the Rules of Procedure, I want to invite the Minister to move the motion.
Madam Speaker, I think in summary...
Maybe before you move a motion, can I introduce the people up there? In the public gallery this afternoon, we have a delegation of players and officials of Uganda national football team, the Uganda Cranes. Maybe for your information, this is not the only team of Uganda Cranes. Uganda Cranes has a number of teams. This is just the CHAN team. We have Semugabi Jude, who is a player. Please stand up and wave. Welcome. Torach Rogers Ochaki. Welcome. Kakande Patrick. Jonah, thank you. Mutakubuya Joel. Welcome. Kizito Mugwere, all the way. Sebagala Enoch. Okello Alan, Watambala Abudu Karim, welcome. Mpande Regan, Achai Herbert, Serun George Joel, Mukundane Hilary, Ivan Ahimbisibwe, Sentamu Yunus, Odongo Arnold, Odongo Gideon, Usama Kiza, Ngonde Elvis, Anyama Emmanuel, Kuikiriza Shafik, Mwere Nicholas, Chigundu Stephen, Young Man Marvin, Muhindo Lazaro, Kusima Christoph, Kia Jorem, Mutavasideo, the leader of delegation, Biekwaso, the head coach, Mole. We have Paul Joseph Put, the supervising coach, welcome. Musa Fred, assistant coach, welcome. Chigundu Stephen, goalkeeper coach. Luis Mandon, the physical conditioning trainer. Patros, performance coach. Massa Joffrey, team manager. Naka Bago Emmanuel, Sewanyana Ivan, Ntege Patrick, Chirunda Hassan, Kimumwe Manzur, Mulondo Samuel, Bupenje, Frank, Ibrahim Bashir, Kasibwe Ashraf, Kabali Ahmed, bus driver. We have VP1, the VP1, Mr. Mugisha Justus. We have Honorable Nachwala. We have Edgar Watson, CEO. We also have the president of FUFA, Honorable Magogo, engineer. And then we have the youngest minister of sports. Please, can you move the motion? Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. If I have not introduced you, I will.
Madam Speaker and honorable colleagues, I beg to move a motion for the resolution of Parliament to pay glowing tribute to the Uganda national football team, the Uganda Cranes, for their outstanding performance for the 2024 African Nation Championship. Madam Speaker and colleagues, I move under Rule 58 of our Rules of Procedure. Whereas Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania co-hosted the African Nation Championship 2024 between the 2nd and 30th of August 2025 under a successful Pamoja bid with 19 African countries participating, including Tanzania, Kenya, Morocco, Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, Mauritania, Niger, Guinea, Senegal, Sudan, and Nigeria, among others. With the games in Uganda being held at the newly renovated Mandela National Stadium. Aware that Uganda competed in a very competitive Group C alongside Niger, Algeria, and South Africa, and historically made it to the quarterfinals for the first time after 6 previous attempts. Acknowledging that the Uganda Cranes teamwork, resilience, extraordinary efforts, and determination in CHAN 2024 tournament brought honor and glory to Uganda as they topped Group C ahead of Algeria and South Africa and exhibited a strong fighting spirit, holding the Ugandan flag high, and despite losing to the defending champion Senegal in the quarterfinals. Recognizing that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, played a vital role in the success of Uganda Cranes in the CHAN tournament through permitting the bidding for the tournament to be hosted in Uganda in collaboration with sister East African community countries, namely Kenya and Tanzania, permitting the financial preparation for strategic investment in vital infrastructure, including the renovation of Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, consistent messaging that rallied the national pride and support for the Uganda Cranes, pledging 1.2 billion shillings financial incentive for each win, and created a peaceful and stable political and social environment that significantly boosted the team's historical performance. Further, recognizing the pivotal role played by the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sport, Janet Kataha Museveni, who is the chairperson of the local organizing committee for both CHAN and AFCON 2027, whose physical presence at the tournament's grounds at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, and strategic leadership to the Minister of Education and Sports has boosted the sports subsector, as was clearly seen by Uganda's co-hosting CHAN 2024 tournament, as well as Uganda Cranes' success in the tournament. Appreciating the Parliament of Uganda under the able leadership of Right Honorable Speaker Annette Among Magogo, which has been seen Parliament reform the legislative framework and champion increased funding for sports infrastructure and talent identification and development. And in this regard, we further appreciate the Speaker for her personal commitment and contribution towards the organization of CHAN 2024, as well as her individual financial support to the Uganda Cranes team in particular. Appreciating the combined efforts of the local organizing committee and the Federation of Uganda Football Association, which were crucial in ensuring that Uganda successful co-host CHAN 2024 and provided the Uganda Cranes with the necessary logistical and training support to achieve their best ever performance in the history of the tournament. Further appreciating the unprecedented and enthusiastic support of the Uganda Cranes fans exhibited by the over 34,000 fans who were in physical attendance at both the stadium and the fan zone, tickets and jersey purchases, which created a strong home advantage for the Uganda Cranes team and further boosted the energetic performance in the CHAN 2024 tournament. Recalling that it is the practice of Parliament to appreciate, honor, recognize, and reward Ugandans who have deservedly excelled in various fields of human endeavors, including sports. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Parliament congratulates and pays a glowing tribute to the Uganda national team, the Uganda Cranes, for its outstanding performance in the African Nation Championship 2024, and B, appreciate the President and the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda, as well as the Federation of Uganda Football Association, the local organizing committee, and the Uganda Cranes fans for their support, stewardship, and coordination towards the success of the tournament. Madam Speaker, I beg to move.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Is the motion seconded? Seconded by the Shadow Minister, Honorable Solo, Tebandeke, Ethel, Olanya, Zake, John Baptist, Masaka, Aguti, Hanifa, Obama Isingoma, Abedi, UPC president, yeah, and the president of Motorsports, Emmanuel, Acrobat, Okot, Margaret, Ochen, Mbale Site Koni, Nekesa, Olympian, Mbayo, Ismail, Omara, Queen, Akiki, Elda, Afidra, Chemongesi, Iglukor, Ntungamo, Kanungu, Isingiro, by the whole house. FUFA president, Emily, Honorable Mavenjina, Kato, Rukungiri, Elda, Angura, Ntungo, by the whole house, including the Minister of Tourism. Would you want to speak to your motion?
Madam Speaker, above all, the person whom I need to recognize is the self-appointed lead of government business,
Honorable Sarah Opendi.
Colleagues, the African Nation Championship 2024, which Uganda proudly co-hosted alongside Kenya and Tanzania under the successful East African Pamoja bid, was not only a football tournament, but also a landmark achievement for our country across several dimensions. First and foremost, honorable colleagues and right honorable speaker, the Uganda Cranes delivered a historic sporting milestone by advancing to the quarterfinals for the very first time, which I want to ask all of us to clap for them. This has been done after the previous 6 attempts. Secondly, the Uganda Cranes were able to top a highly competitive group that included Algeria, South Africa, Niger, and Guinea. This is unprecedented success, elevated Uganda's football profile on the continent, and inspired the renewed confidence in the domestic league players. I want to underline the word, the domestic league players. And here I congratulate the Federation of Uganda Football Association, because they are the ones who manage the league. This tournament, furthermore, made government to invest. And all this was because we wanted our national team to be proud of us hosting the tournament. The investment brought a long-lasting infrastructure gain, most notably in the full renovation of Mandela National Stadium to the CAF standard. Again, another word to underline, to the CAF standard. There's a particular reason why I'm giving those words. There's you having a stadium, but there's a stadium meeting the standards of FIFA and CAF. As I speak now, I meet the standards of CAF for CHAN tournament. Let me be specific. Secondly, because of meeting the CAF standards, the investment we had to put in for Chambogo University training pitch. Friends, some of you, if you reach Chambogo today, you might not think that the Chambogo is in Chambogo. And I want to invite Right Honorable Speaker that if you permit this August House, I'm ready to take them for a tour to some of these facilities. The reason why I'm saying this, Madam Speaker, the coach of South Africa, the coach of Algeria, when they moved out of Uganda through their embassies and ambassadors, particularly Algeria, even Morocco, when they came here and left here, they were able to appreciate our facilities as a country, and that I want us to clap for ourselves. Madam Speaker, Fufa Kadiba Stadium, which I thank the Federation, Mutesa Tuwankulukuku Stadium, were also upgraded with the modern facilities, leaving Uganda with the improved assets for football tournaments. CHAN 2024 served as a rehearsal for AFCON 2027. And I really want to ask my children up here. The ball now is before you. Because we have 2 years to go for AFCON 2027. Honorable Zake thinks that I'm still young. But I have fairly...
Minister, you're speaking to the Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I want furthermore to say that the tournament acted as a rehearsal for CHAN for AFCON 2027, allowing Uganda to successfully test the organizational systems in logistics, security, accreditation, medical preparedness, ticketing, and funds management. Never did you ever hear that there was a funds breakup in the stadium during the competition. You used to see helicopters parked at the parking of that stadium. All these were in conformity with the CAF standards. The local organizing committee, with about 13 specialized committee under the guidance of CAF, gained valuable experience while over 500 volunteers acquired practical skills in events management, building a pool of young Ugandans who are mobilized for the future tournaments. Economically, the tournament stimulated businesses, opportunities, job creations for hotel, transport operators, vendors, service providers, procurement for publicity, merchandise, logistics, name them. Friends, this tournament, for the first time, the Entebbe International Airport recorded the highest number of arrivals for the first time ever since the airport was created and was open. This all came because of the arrivals during the CHAN tournament. Socially, CHAN 2024 strengthened national pride and unity. The Cranes fighting spirit, coupled with the unprecedented support of over 38,000 fans at Nambole, created a powerful atmosphere that symbolizes Uganda's spirit of passion. And I want to congratulate Alan Okello. Every time he could be able to raise to the occasion, to call upon the fans to rally behind the team. Thank you so much, Alan Okello, for your wonderful spirit. The event also demonstrated the country's ability to provide safe, secure, and peaceful conditions for international events, thanks to the interagency collaboration on security and emergency medical preparedness. Friends, during the tournament, we never ever had any incident within all our teams, among our teams who came here, of any security breach or glitch. And I want to confirm, this must be thanked to the leadership of the Interagency Security Coordination Committee. CHAN 2024, according to the CAF President, Dr. Musepa, and I quote, "This has been the most successful CHAN tournament in the history of CHAN competition." I want us to clap for the President of the Confederation of African Football. Madam Speaker, this recognition enhances the reputation as a credible destination for sports tourism and boosts confidence in Uganda's co-hosting of AFCON 2027. In several disbelief meetings, CAF continued to recognize the dedication and tireless efforts of the local organizing committee from Uganda. They appreciated the infrastructure at Nambole and all training features. My right honorable Speaker and honorable members, as I conclude, CHAN 2024 has left Uganda with a renovated world-class infrastructure facility, operational on how to handle these key tournaments, strengthen institutions, enhance human capital, economic benefits for our people, and above all, made the country to be united under one spirit of supporting the Uganda Cranes. The Uganda Cranes' historic performance is therefore not just football story, but also a testimony of resilience, determination, unity of purpose that defines Ugandans. It is a national achievement because it elevated the image of our country in a continental football and reaffirmed Uganda can indeed compete in the highest level, thus deserving this highest recognition at the August House. Madam Speaker, as I sum up, the President and the Minister of Education and Sports have this evening organized a dinner for the national team, the Uganda Cranes, at State House in Entebbe, beginning at 6 p.m. to recognize the outstanding performance during this tournament. I want to say the 2.4 billion is no longer a word for me and the country, is now a word which is within the accounts of the individual players and the entire team which participated. This evening, the President will be able to show the world what he has done. And Madam Speaker, on a special note, on behalf of the people of Ngariam, as a certified hustler, let me thank you for this initiative. I wish you all the best. I say all this for God and my country.
Thank you.
Glory to Uganda Crane. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As a person who delivered the message, I'm also happy that the boys are now smiling. I am very happy that I did not deliver air. Thank you. The motion will be seconded by the FUFA president first. Those are his boys. Can I have an order from those ones?
Right, Honorable.
Honorable Magogo, just a minute before you make your statement, can the minister lay on table my gift, the gift of Parliament, not mine?
Madam Speaker, I would have loved my brother Salongo.
There are two. One will be laid by you and one will be laid by Salongo.
So I want my brother Salongo to decide which one is going to lay. Then so,
for you lay the T-shirt because you're not a ball person.
Madam Speaker, allow me officially open up this T-shirt, which was, and it is going to go on record, as a replica jersey, which our national team, the Uganda Cranes, used during the Chan Tournament 2024. Can I request that this picture is taken, Salongo, come closer. There's a reason why I want him to come closer. So, Madam Speaker, I beg to lay on table a yellow jersey for the Uganda national team. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that was our official jersey, yellow. Yes, Honorable Engineer.
Right, Honorable Speaker, may I also...
Members, it is only football that brings everybody together. Irrespective of politics, religion, we are all one when it comes to Uganda Cranes.
Right, Honorable Speaker, may I also take this opportunity to lay on table the Zakayo ball. Yeah, that's the official name, Zakayo. And under the brand Janzi, which is owned by the Federation of Uganda Football Association. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's lay.
Right, Honorable Speaker, and dear members of Parliament, I would like to add my voice to the Minister in thanking His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for the support. Because when we mooted this idea of hosting Chan and AFCON, we went to him, and within a blink he accepted to do two roles for us. First of all, to align all the government apparatus to support the bid, but also to talk to the presidents of the other sister countries to buy into the project. He did not only do that, but he also engaged the CAF president, State for Sports, so his personal effort. We had so many meetings, sometimes getting home extremely late to ensure that the facilities are ready, and he did not tire to ensure that all doors of the different government offices are opened. Thank you so much, the Honorable Minister. I also take the opportunity to thank yourself, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, in your capacity as the Speaker, but also in your personal capacity, because on a number of occasions we needed you, especially to bridge to the CAF President, sometimes to the President, and you are very available. You also did not stop at that, but you checked on the team and gave them encouraging words of Africa. And indeed, at the end of the day, like it has been mentioned, CHAN 2024 has come out to be one of the most and best organized CHAN competitions in the history of CAF. The staff and the other members of CAF, we thank them, but I also want to take the opportunity to thank the local organizing committee chaired by the Minister of Education and Sports, the First Lady, for the work done to organize the event. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the security agencies, particularly SFC, for the support they gave. Because for the third time at our events, there was free access without any hassle at the entrances, and the Ugandans are very, very happy for the support that was provided. Particularly the Uganda police to be able to provide security. And we have gone back to challenges where fans struggle to access the stadium. I want to use this opportunity to call upon the respective officers to ensure that we need the support for Ugandans to be able to access the stadium and to be able to go and reach home with their property without them being attacked on their way going back home. Right Honorable Speaker, I take this opportunity to thank the FUFA executive and the staff for the work they have done. That we do not get here by chance. We have gotten here by a lot of planning and a lot of hard work. And please, we need to respect the work they have done and thank them, because without them, some of these innovations may not have seen light. I also want to thank the coaches. Coach Mole Biekwaso, another big round of applause. The fans of the Uganda Cranes, stand up. The fans of the Uganda Cranes, may we give them a standing ovation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to...
Honorable Magogo, when you're in this house, it is only me who has powers to tell anybody to stand up. So
right,
you do
Speaker,
not have those powers.
I've not borrowed your powers, and but it's excitement of what the fans did, because we had full house for all of the matches that Uganda Cranes played in Mandela National Stadium.
Including the First Lady.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I also want to take this opportunity to inform the August House and the entire country that this is the highest level that this team has reached. And some of the players who have performed very well in this team, this is a team composed of players who are playing in the domestic competitions, in the clubs that are domiciled in Uganda. But some of these players, as we speak, out of their performance from CHAN, have gone on to be part of the senior national team, the Uganda Cranes, and have also delivered and performed. And fund these boys so that by the time they come to the competition, they are ready to compete on a leveled ground. We lost some of our key players who would have been part of this team just before the competition because they had to join leagues outside Uganda for them to make a living. And they were joining leagues. For example, Denso Medi went to Rwanda. Denso Chiganda also went to Rwanda because the clubs there, supported by the state, are paying much higher than the Ugandan clubs. It is therefore important that before we see these players in the senior national team, and we call them our boys, and we ask where they are sleeping, and we make them ours, we should understand that there is work which is supposed to be done in the clubs, and these clubs are being run by private sector people using their personal resources, many of them. And indeed, as a country, if we are to go and compete and qualify even to bigger competitions, we need to support the sector, just like all other private sector players are being supported by government as part of the socio-economic transformation. Right on, Honorable Speaker, I want to conclude by saying that as a country we benefited. The Honorable Minister has talked about what we benefited. I don't want to repeat that, but Uganda's visibility on the continent. I was moved when I heard clips of television programs in many African countries discussing our players and their performance. I think this gives Uganda visibility, and there's nothing, like you have rightly said, Right Honorable Speaker, that brings us together like football does in this country. At the matches, I saw members of parliament from both sides of this house supporting, jumping, hugging, because of the performance of the Uganda Cranes.
Come from clubs. That now takes us to our third prayer. Honorable Minister will amend the third prayer that we should be able as government to fund the clubs. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay? The ayes have it. Minister, do you have anything to say?
Madam Speaker, the President of the Federation was part of the meeting in State House where the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sports and His Excellency the President called during that time during of the CHAN competition. The President did indicate that he would interest government to look at on how some of these clubs could be supported by government. I thank all of us here as who have agreed. My role and your role is now to support this investment, which the Minister of Education and Sports actually has pledged through the Federation to have a meeting with the clubs. And I am happy this afternoon I am going to raise this matter.
I want to thank you, and I stand to support the motion moved by the Minister and supported by the Honorable Magogo. Right on, Speaker, we are all excited by the performance of the Uganda Cranes. There's no doubt about that. I am fortunate, right on, Speaker, that I watched all the games in Nambole with my father and mother. Yes. No, the wives didn't come. But my radio speakers, you are aware, my father and mother are #1 fans of the Uganda Cranes. So every game, they would come from Bujiri and would watch. So I want to thank this parliament.
His mother is actually the chairperson of NRM, Bugiri Municipality. Yes.
Yeah, that is her problem. It is not my problem. Because right on, Speaker, my mother has been in those things. By the time I came of age, she was already there. Each time I ask her, when are you leaving? She says, I will leave when I want, which is really not very good. But right on, Speaker, away from that, I want in a special way to thank this parliament. This parliament here, right on, Speaker, especially the parliament that you are presiding over, has played a critical role in promoting the sports subsector in this country. You recall when we had an old sports law, it was this parliament that took the initiative we are doing. So, Coach Mole Biekwaso and the team, I want to thank you so much for the kind of football we are playing, and the players for adopting to that kind of football. Right on, Speaker, I know most of these players, because I watch the local leagues. So I know the Joel Mutakubwas, the Alan Okelos, Joel Serunjoji, Torach, Marvin Kizito, that one is KCC, Usama. I know Alan Okelo, Mpande, I know Judy Semugabi, who plays like me. Exactly, if you have seen me play, I know these players. So they have adopted to the type of football that our coaches have done. So we want to appreciate. Let me also appreciate FUFA and the local organizing committee for creating technology in sports. So I'm sure countries will come to benchmark with us here. on matters of hospitality. And I'm talking about hospitality in its totality. So I want to thank the local organizing committee for what we witnessed. Right Honourable Speaker, it is important that now we have infrastructure that we are proud of.
Can we have order?
We have infrastructure, Right Honourable Speaker, that we are proud of as a country. And I'm glad that even other countries are now coming to play in our pitches. That in itself, there is no way we are going to develop sports if we don't have the infrastructure. As I conclude, we want to thank this parliament, to thank government, to thank FUFA, Right Honourable Speaker, under the able leadership of the Honourable Hashim Moses Magogo Isabidi, for the developments that we are witnessing, especially as one of the ways of integrating ourselves. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
I don't want my members of parliament to lose their legs. No, we will not allow that. We will not allow that. Honourable Solo, 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. I want to join this House and the country to thank the Uganda Cranes Chan team for reaching such a milestone. I want to thank every person involved so that the country hosted such a big tournament. Right Honourable Speaker, the FUFA President who brought this idea to the East African region, the local organizing committee, but most especially, Right Honourable Speaker, the Shadow Minister for Sports. Because everything has been there in Israel. Right Honourable Speaker, this Chan tournament helped the country in the white jersey. They scored many goals.
So there is equity.
So
there is equity in sports.
Somehow. So I request them next time to wear the red jersey. They will score very many goals. Next time we will see, Right Honourable Speaker. As we appreciate the achievements we got, Right Honourable Speaker, allow me to mention a few challenges that would help us as we are going to host CHAN 2027, AFCON 2027, so that we can work upon them to have a fabulous tournament. Right Honourable Speaker, the marketing issue of this tournament. Remember, we brought that issue here, and we got money when we were towards the tournament. So the country didn't feel that feel we wanted as a country. I think next time we need to plan more and deal with the professionals. I remember the opening ceremony, which was in Kollo. The ball I saw was for the anthem that were sung there, they were for FIFA World Cup. So I think next time, Honourable Minister, when you are organizing such a ceremony, you need to involve the professionals that know football more. And we also needed an opening ceremony at the pitch at Nambole, because football is not played in Kollo, but is played in Nambole. Right Honourable Speaker, I thank you for the initiative for the presidential pledge. We are very happy, and I know my boys, the boys are also happy. I saw one of the players, Nicholas Mwere from Jinja, is already looking around for land to buy. But we ask the president, let this man not be taxed. Let these boys.
Honourable, that money is not taxed.
That's great. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Taxed. That was a very big concern. As I conclude, Right Honourable Speaker, I also want to emphasize the issue of local football investors. Right Honourable Speaker, people who run these football clubs and other sports, for boxing and others, they get this money from their pockets. So I want to call upon, maybe you have a policy where all investors here, maybe international or local, they have to put a certain percentage in the football club. It
shouldn't be all. You should not have a briefcase football team and you say government is going to fund. It is going to be selected ones.
Not a club, but Right Honourable Speaker, in Ethiopia, every company in the country has to be affiliated to any sports club, be either football, netball or boxing, to get an investment license. I think that will help us more to see that these clubs grow and we get more and more players.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to refer you to the Sports Act. There is a provision for the incentives, And as we prepare the taxes for the next financial year, we should bring that on board. Yes. Presido.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am speaking on behalf of the Federation of Motorsports Clubs of Uganda, and we would like to send our congratulations to the Uganda Cranes for the performance which they did during CHAN. As a fellow member of a sports fraternity, I want to send a special congratulations to the team. It is a great honor to put on your national jersey and represent your country. It is humbling, it is a privilege. Whether red, yellow, white, blue, green, you are there as a national. And all of us, as Ugandans, appreciate when Uganda succeeds. At least from my point of view, when Uganda is winning, we are winning. When Uganda is showcasing, we are showcasing. All of us. It is not a partisan issue, it is a national issue where we must support our athletes and help develop them to the next level. On motorsports, I have had the privilege of representing the country both on the track. I wanted to attend as FMU, but due to a busy schedule, I have not had the chance of having my COVID, so I do not want to go and be turned away. But I am in total support of national sports and what FUFA has done.
Thank you. Thank you, Presido. Olympian. Let's first start with people who know football, who know sports. Honorable Achon.
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, I think we are all excited. There's nothing much we are going to do. And I would like to add my appreciation and congratulations to our teams, Uganda. I think I'm speaking some of you, when I won my first gold medal, some of you were not born. In 1996, I was 18 years old, the greatest man who won the medal with borrowing shoes. I think your coaches know. Honorable Speaker, sports is one of the major highly paid institutions in the world, if we know. And I would encourage my colleagues and you, the players, let us encourage our children and let us encourage our friends, our brothers. If you look at other countries who are investing in sports, I think the entire country or the town is changed. For example, in Kenya, we have Eldoret for men for athletics. And I would urge you, this country to encourage and also to continue building more stadiums. And I'm appreciating the country, mostly the president of this country, His Excellency President Museveni, for investing in sports. In my time, Honorable Speaker, we would receive $100 for in full 4 years training for Olympics.
Honorable Bua, Angura, I am coming to all of you. Angura, this one takes players out of the country.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, allow me also take this opportunity to congratulate our gallant sons, congratulate the organizing committee, both local and CHAN, to congratulate the managers. As you're aware, Madam Speaker, the support you've extended to us as FESTOWEB has enabled us get players out of the country. They are now in various clubs, and I know the contacts have already been received by our technical teams, and this will be a very big boost when it comes to the main competitions coming ahead. So all I want to say to these young gallant sons of ours, here I speak on behalf of FESTOWEB. You are aware of the many players, your colleagues who are out. You're aware of Alan, you're aware of Irimbabazi, and many others. As I speak to you now, next week we are receiving 3 coaches coming from.
Thank you, Honorable Mbayo. She used to be a very good netballer.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, allow me join the rest of the colleagues in paying tribute to the Uganda Crane for the outstanding performance. And Right Honourable Speaker, I used to think that football is for the huge, tall, and giant. But when I saw Uganda Cranes play, I appreciated the people who scouted the talents of these handsome boys that have managed to hold the Uganda flag high. I want to thank H.E. the President of Uganda, Mama, the Minister for Education, the coaches, and all the stakeholders who have enabled this team to get all this far. This team brought us all on board. I'm not a fan of football, but this time round, I got involved in football, and I was only concerned for the dates when Uganda Cranes was playing. And the time when Uganda Cranes played with South Africa, I think that is when I was more excited. I saw the boys play, I saw Uganda high, and I really appreciated the talents that these young boys.
For the record, I played for Northern Uganda in the 60s under coach Peter Abe. My teammates were Perry Okech, David Oti, even the late David Obua were in the Northern Uganda team together. Also for the record, in 1965, yours truly, James Baba, was the third fastest man in Uganda. I wore the Uganda badge for the first All-Africa Games in Congo-Brazzaville. My teammates were Omolo, Odongo Duka, and many others. But here I'm to congratulate the young men and the coaches for the wonderful display they performed. The journey for your championship going forward is now on. You are soon going to be the champions of football all over Africa and in the world. As Julius has said, Honorable Julius has said, sports is a money maker. Aim to be professionals. Be in Arsenal, be in Manchester United, be in my team Liverpool. You'll earn tons of money. You'll earn tons of money. But my main message is to Minister Honorable Peter Ogwang. Thank you for all the work you have done. Let's do 3 other things. 1, talent sporting. Establish an institution for talent sporting among the clubs, among the institutions to bring up these young men, and put up an academy where they can be trained to become real professionals, like you have done in the sports sector. 2, scale up the building of stadiums. Keep close.
Okay, a minute.
Keep close to the.
Congratulate the Cranes and the management for the sterling performance and for doing Uganda and us proud. In fact, even with that narrow exit, with the narrow loss that you made to Senegal, you did it with pride, and I was keenly watching. Madam Speaker, I want also to appreciate the investment that has been made on the sports infrastructure. But what is remaining is also to improve the ecosystem that develops players. And we are lacking in many aspects as far as the ecosystem is concerned. Of course, Madam Speaker, was a blessing. I had been one who was scared of watching football at Nambole because of the crowding, because of the stampedes. But the online ticketing this time around was a huge blessing, and I must salute it, and the initiative must be kept up. I beg to submit.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and to appreciate Honorable Nambeshe for holding fort, and also join colleagues in congratulating the Uganda Cranes on the stellar performance we have seen thus far. They've been putting up very good shows. Also to thank the people of Uganda for showing up in droves each time the Cranes have got a match. It's an incredible thing. We meet there, all forms of colors, all tribes, and so on. Sports is an interesting thing. It unites us. You know, at that point, I forget that Major Ramirama here is my political opponent, and we get to support and vouch for the Uganda Cranes. Hopefully, we get to do that continuously. Honorable Speaker, we often make a case for the growth, development of sports infrastructure. We want to remind government to do this a lot more. In the past, people would be promised, and then you see them coming to the media. There's a time in Zikuru 1, and they promised her a house. Every year she would be coming to the media saying, my house has not come yet. So it's important that when we promise, we fulfill. Finally, Right Honorable Speaker, can we buttress the lives of these stars, not just at the time they are playing? So it's good they get to be promised when you win 1.2 billion shillings. But can we take care of their welfare even away from that? Because it's a process. By the time they get to where they are to play and win, it's been an entire process. Let's support them through the process and not wait for the final time when they have matches and then they're under pressure. We have got 1.2 billion shillings to win. But previously, you find they probably were struggling to go training because of numerous issues, yeah? So let's support all of that.
Thank you.
And the sports minister should be happy I'm saying these things, because many times he comes here, but if they have to jump out of the bus to access, you know, the place where they are staying, that speaks of insecurity, it speaks of discomfort. Can we address these very critical concerns, Honorable Minister? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Minister. And the ones who were staying at a 5-star hotel, did they reach where we reached?
Madam Speaker, first of all, let me begin by congratulating the leader of opposition for the questions and the pertinent issues he has raised. To begin with the latter, all teams which were competing during the CHAN tournament were taken care of by the Confederation of African Football, including Team Uganda. I want to repeat in affirmative. As a country, there were certain items which CAF agreed to take care of them. Number one was the accommodation, transportation of teams in the countries of the competition and exiting the country of the competition. So for the hotel which the team was staying, that hotel was certified by CAF. Let me also go on record on that, because it is them who are the owners of the what? Of the competition. Secondly, as CAF structure, it is there, those roads are there. The other issue which I again want to mention here is the question of welfare of the former national players. Right Honorable Speaker, we have the law here under the National Sports Act. I want to interest Parliament that this law gives us, Minister of Education and Sports, Minister of Finance, to see what incentives we can do. When we were looking at that law, we were looking at, for instance now, the superstars before us here. The very law can give us, if you give me money, I can be able to give them beyond what they have received. That's already taken care of. The other one which I want to thank Honorable Baba, and actually Lope, when we talk about facilities, the current regime of the infrastructure we are doing is for multi-sport, to redevelop Nambole to include other additional facilities, including indoor games. I want to develop Lugogo to have indoor games. I want to Hoima, as I speak now, as a provision for an indoor games, which talk about all indoor games. Akiba Olympic Stadium has provision for all indoor games. Why are we doing this? It's for purpose of talent identification and development as a country. So colleagues, we are on course. Now, are we going to continue working on this infrastructure?
Thank you. Yes, Minister.
It's part of the plan of the NRM government to provide these state-of-the-art stadiums in all regions of Uganda.
Thank you.
I thank you so much.
Honorable Minister, you're done? Okay. Prime Minister.
I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I first apologize for coming in. At this time, I was in Munyonyo, where we have a ministerial regional meeting concerning higher education. I was in charge of chairing and chairing it. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate the Uganda Cranes for participating and reaching at that level whereby they made us proud that they reached the quarterfinals. We thank you so much and we are proud of you. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Uganda Railways, that is Ministry of Works, for providing the line that was taking these people from town to Nambole. They made it easy for them, and at least there was the congestion was not so much. Right Honorable Speaker, the government is supported. The government is committed to supporting the sports, and it has been evident that in every budget that we come up with, the sports program or the sports have been given the money. We've given the money to them as Parliament and as government. I want to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for fulfilling the pledge of 1.2 billion of HOIMA and others that are coming up. We know all that is support from government. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you, together with the Parliament of Uganda, for providing the jersey for this team, which were laid here in the House. This is, it was, you led it, and many people are proud of you because as a woman, you've shown what sports is in the country. So by laying these jerseys here and by talking to the Parliament to contribute to that, it was a sign of support, and we know that young team is also proud of.
The ayes have it. So we'll extract the resolutions and forward it to the relevant authorities or institutions. Honorable members, the youngsters here want a picture with us. We'll suspend the House for 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Oh, no problem. How we doing? No.